Whoa, Bart got his phone out.
It's his watch.
Yeah. He can't help himself.
Right. He's not very tech savvy. Welcome to our Film Fathers Podcast, the definitive podcast about fatherhood, film, and fatherhood in film. This is Jelani, and with me as always are a guy killed in a car accident, but not from the crash, because he was impaled by a copper pipe, and a guy who's fluent in 4 spoken languages and 2 dead ones. Martin and Brady.
I'm an English teacher, not fucking Tomb Raider.
As above, so below. As I believe the world to be, so it is.
This week, we're venturing deep beneath the surface for some spooky splunking, into the kind of darkness where the only light comes from the flicker of a headlamp or the grainy glow of a handheld camera. We're talking about horror movies that trap their characters underground and make us feel every ounce of claustrophobia, panic, and terror. First up, The Descent. Neil Marshall's cave-diving nightmare that combines primal fear with creatures that make the shadows even deadlier. Then we journey to the Paris catacombs with As Above, So Below, a found-footage descent into hell itself, where history, mythology, and madness collide. These films remind us that sometimes the scariest things aren't what's lurking in the dark. It's the fact that you can't find your way back to the surface.
Yes, the greatest month of our Film Fathers podcast continues.
Octobereding, back to the pod.
Thank you. So how?
Yeah, you guys having fun yet? Or
Yeah, are we still okay with this?
Week 2 of Octobereding. I remember, so when you guys threw these up there, I remember both of these movies from the poster or movie title. I remember definitively. The Descent more so, but when
it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I remember when I never saw, by the way, never saw either of these movies, but when I've always remembered The Descent specifically because what the movie poster tile was evidently women bent and hanging around in the shape of a skull.
Yeah.
And it felt pretty fucking awesome and unique, right? Like a cool the movie.
I kind of want to buy it now and have it.
And I get that, right? Like the movie poster is so cool and the movie's so bad.
Oh
No!
It's so.
I loved it.
So disappointed.
Again, I loved it so much,
guys. I was jumping 10 seconds at a time.
Oh, you can't do that. That's not fair.
I could. I needed
Cheater.
to. I was like, all right, guys. All right.
I'll give you the first 20 minutes, but
it's just not good.
Oh man!
I wish it was, and I'll tell you why. But you guys tell me first.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll get to Jelani first.
It was the better of the 2 we watched. I will give you that.
I'll agree with that.
But yeah, it was fine. I wasn't very fine. Yeah. I mean, I watched it because we were talking about it, but not.
Would you have finished it if we weren't?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a completist.
Because you're a completist. I fucking knew the answer. I knew it when I asked the question.
Yeah, I rarely.
I wouldn't
turn
have.
a movie off.
I wouldn't have.
Really?
And I also rarely turn a movie off. I thought it was so bad that I was like
slow.
That's why I was like, okay, yeah. You guys
not
are
like the film. I'm sorry, like the videotape kind of aspect of it, or really everything.
It to me was so. The acting was terrible. Probably why none of these women are in anything else of substance.
Was it originally made in a different language?
No,
it did feel that way in the beginning, right?
It felt like that.
I remember I had that.
You know why it felt that way?
Dubbed version.
You know why I felt that way? Because it sucks.
I mean, there's probably a lot of ADR. If I had to guess.
There's an indie quality to it, right? It feels. So it's 2005, so I feel like it wasn't a found footage movie, but there's definitely a videotape quality to it, right?
Well, and like halfway through, I mean, there were a lot of scenes with the video camera, but the whole thing wasn't necessarily.
No, but I mean, like even in the beginning, like it just felt. It just feels like, you know how video has a lot more frames per second. Like you could just see that on here, and I feel like at the time a lot of filmmakers were going into like it's cheaper. You know, you don't have to do it on film, so you can make a movie for a lot cheaper to do it on video. Well, I mean, the famous one is
Or
20. Well, no, that's found footage, but like 28 days
later.
Yeah. Like that was famously shot on. It looks kind of shitty now when you look back on it, but it's also
So did this.
Yeah, it gives it a. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but you look past it because that's a good movie. And I think this is. I honestly, this is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Like, I love it.
I remember the first time I watched it.
That's crazy.
It's my third time watching it.
I remember. I think I read about it somewhere, and it hadn't come out in the U.S. yet.
Was it on the Razzies list?
In the U.K. So I ordered the import DVD and had to find like a region-free DVD player or hack an Xbox or whatever I did back then so I could watch it. And I remember the first time I watched it, man, I don't know if maybe you're not as claustrophobic as I tend to get sometimes, but that, like, the first scene when they're crawling through the cave and it starts to collapse and they're like
yeah.
The first time I watched it, I could barely breathe. Like,
Go ahead, Martin.
No, I was just saying, I'm not claustrophobic, but fuck caves. I'm never going in a cave.
No.
Go ahead, Brady.
Here's my qualm, right? I actually think there's a lot of potential for this to be a really good movie if it's just the suspense of being in caves.
So it's the creatures.
The creatures, to me, are the downfall of the movie. I actually think...
What if they're just metaphorical?
Yeah.
For her descent into madness because she can't get over her daughter's
and
death.
she actually killed all
Do you
of the
think
women.
that there's
Right.
do you think there's a chance that some of that could be because they unnecessarily killed her husband and daughter with a fucking copper pipe instead of just a car crash? Like, you could just kill them instead of a fucking unnecessary...
But then you wouldn't get that great scene when she's looking out the window.
Yeah,
that
was
copper
a-
pipe.
yeah.
I knew it was coming.
There were
and it
some
still
good
made me
jump
jump.
scares in this. When
Yeah.
they first do the camera, and it's so late in the movie, it's almost like, to me, I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, when
like
you first see the creature behind.
Yeah, behind him.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's like watching seeing Bruce for the first time in Jaws.
I just think... I actually think
the shark's name.
I would take a full-on suspense thriller of being in a cave and being down there and
without
being
the
like...
creatures.
I
think
don't...
that most of the movie is that.
And I was fine with that movie
Yeah,
until that last 30 when they leaned all in on creatures and fucking being attacked left and right. Like, I just think, I don't know.
There's something to the From Dusk Till Dawn part, like element that I like about this movie. Like, I like that it is a lot of the claustrophobia, cave diving in the beginning. You don't really get into the horror element until the end of it. It's not too long. It's 87% tomato meter, 76% popcorn meter. So you are wrong, Brady.
Fair enough.
It's a great movie.
You like that, like, hey, we've got a movie going up until an
I like
hour,
two movies
and
in
then
one.
we're going to flip it
I
on
really
its
do.
I like it too.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
enjoy it.
I'm a fan of that.
I liked one of the two.
Juno was having an affair, right?
Yeah.
Are you asking?
No, I just wanted to make sure. That's why
He was fast forwarding 10 seconds.
No, that was at
still
the
got
end.
it.
That shit was obvious from the
right
jump.
when
Did
they
you
were
know
going
from
down
the-
the raft
from the
and-
beginning?
Yeah.
I thought it was obvious.
Yeah, as soon as they get out of the raft and she's like,
Yeah.
looking
Yeah,
at
there were the
him.
looks on the face. I was like, there's a clear...
See,
my bigger
It took
problem...
me a minute to get into it. And this is, again, the third time I'm watching it. I totally forgot about all that.
My biggest problem of that whole thing, which I thought was very obvious, is that, like, I think it was Beth.
Beth was the one that saw it.
She fucking knew, and
Yes.
she was
Yeah.
like seemingly hardcore friend. Like, I don't know,
Yes,
dude.
sir.
Help your friend. Like, are you at this point? You're telling me you're pro Juno instead of pro,
Sarah.
Well,
Sarah.
I mean, she probably was going to tell her, but then if your husband dies, I don't know that you necessarily.
Yeah.
That's the best way. A year later, or
Right.
when's a
Add
good time
more
to
grief
tell her to add that to it?
Yeah.
Before you go on a fucking another trip with them.
Yeah, like Juno's planning a trip.
Juno
by the
is
way,
planning this.
Maybe we shouldn't go with Juno.
Yeah,
you know?
we all. You know what? I don't love this idea because she sucks. She was fucking her husband.
Right.
And
I
Juno
thought Juno
ends
was
up,
kind of badass, though.
yeah, and then Juno ends up killing Beth.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good scene too, because
that was a very good scene.
oh god,
And
But it didn't
I
involve
remembered it, but
creatures.
they played that. Yes, this is part of the good part of the movie.
yeah.
When
That's part. I can buy into all this. I can get there. I can get into
I get
this
it.
part.
I get it.
when Sarah
creatures can
wakes
take
up
you
in the
out.
hospital, is that a dream? Because she's running down the halls, and Beth comes to her aid, but nobody else gives a shit.
No one cares. Everyone's oblivious.
Yeah, they're just like, I gotta go get labs.
I was like,
whatever.
people in the hospital are just walking by like nothing's happening.
Right.
Yeah, I think it is kind of a dream. Yeah.
It's a dream.
I think that's a bigger question, right? Is how much of this movie? Did you just allude to that?
Yeah, he was saying it.
They said like it was speculated among fans that the callers may have been a figment of Sarah's imagination, and she actually killed all her friends as she gradually went insane.
Yeah,
The director acknowledged the theory as a possibility and revealed that he removed a shot of a silhouetted crawler during her hospital hallucination, since it would have been too obviously suggesting that the crawlers were not real, which to me alone indicates that they aren't real.
Yeah, and that's
but also are needed.
But I mean, as far as creatures go, though, no, they're pretty fucking good. I think
A bunch of albinos on the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, I wasn't.
No,
I didn't give a
they
shit
didn't
about
scare
it.
you?
Just Gollum crawling around.
Oh God, I thought they were pretty
I
good.
thought they were creepy.
Why were they?
good.
Why were they? Yeah. First of all, what was this shit that was coming from the ceiling? Was that their like body
drool.
secretions?
Yeah, just like
Great use of secretion.
So how many of them are down there? There seemed like there were a shitload of them down there.
Right
No one's ever seen these things before. Like,
well, 100 years ago they have,
I
but
like
they died.
the,
or maybe they maybe that's how they start. I don't know. I mean,
Did they have claws too? Because every time they attacked somebody, they went like and bit their throats open.
Yeah.
But like, if you're surviving,
I think they were human. They were just
humanoids.
evolved human.
yeah.
They were
Yeah.
well. They were.
so then how do they have
differently
like
evolved.
the razor sharp teeth, and they don't have claws? Like I figured you'd have claws to kill all the animals and shit that they need.
That's how that's why they can
They,
see
they
in the
gotta have
dark.
something they can climb on the ceilings and the walls.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like
So-
it's
is-
like barbarian, you know,
Yeah.
that enough years of
Yeah.
weird breeding, and you get that.
yeah, but I
crazy
feel
mob.
like they would have just all died out before they could have evolved this far, right? So
Yeah.
it had to be some other.
It's a weird thing,
cave
like
creature.
It's very Darwin. It's very Darwin on Galapagos Islands, you know.
it is, but it's like the thing
To
is,
isolate
like,
'em.
right, like the one escape valve that she found maybe was in off the side of this hill. There's all these animals there, so it's like theoretically they're going out to get these animals
Yeah.
in the night, I suppose,
Like,
because
yeah.
like they're
Well,
they're light averse, can't see. So
Well, are
assuming-
they light averse, or they've evolved to live in the dark?
They're just blind.
yeah, they're
Right.
just blind.
They're not light averse. I don't think.
Is that not what blind means?
No.
No.
Light averse means like scared of it, or it impacts them negatively.
Can we rule that out? No, because the lights were shining on.
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
I think they're okay with light. They
Just blind.
it doesn't
I
do
was
anything.
just I
Or at
didn't.
night.
I
not
would
care
think
for
it would
them.
do the opposite. It would like any light would be. They should have really good vision, right? Like good night vision. But whatever. That's not what
They haven't had a light in years,
Yeah.
Yeah,
assuming they didn't go out during
And
the day.
I don't know. Part
Cook
of
your
me,
food, guys.
part of me is like, if you have a creature that's only sound based, like I feel like, we've seen it done better
Classic sound-based creature.
Quiet
in a
place.
quiet place, right? Like
I don't know what
they can anticipate because they were making a ton of noise and the things
Yeah.
were coming after them,
Yeah,
and it's like,
Your
wait,
sense-
now all
It
of
is a
sudden-
little. It was a little.
your senses should be heightened.
It was a little
Right.
what's uneven or
Yes.
inconsistent in like they were yelling the whole time. Like those creatures probably
Oh, yeah,
should have
they're
come up
running
with
through
them
the
right
cage.
away.
Yeah, sure.
Screaming.
Every time they're clicking in the carabiners
All that
and
stuff.
stuff.
But whatever. But it made for it was a good movie. Like we're nitpicking.
It
This
wasn't.
Stuff.
It was.
I'm with
was.
Brady. I'm in the
I
Brady
don't know.
camp.
There's just something about every element about this is what I like.
Yeah.
You know, I'm naming all the things that I like about. I like the indie quality. I like that it's two movies in one. I like that there's a psychological, like you could reinterpret it as just her trauma element, which not a lot of horror movies do really well. I mean, I think you could Nightmare on Elm Street. Reading and I Love, that whole thing could just be interpreted as these kids have nightmares about Freddy because they were molested by him as a kid. Like that's the actual probably proper interpretation of that movie. So this one's in the similar vein. So there's all those elements that make me like it, and I like that it's not perfect
Oh yeah.
and perfect.
I
Horror
just-
movies aren't supposed to be like Evil Dead 2. You know?
Yeah, my only qualm is that the second half's terrible.
Fair enough.
And I think that's where it gets good because I feel like the first 20 minutes are when they were like meeting everybody. It's not like they
That's
had
also
like,
not
there wasn't
great.
a lot of funny.
There's 30-minute segments in my opinion. You have the intro,
Yeah.
the middle, and the end.
Right.
And the intro is super slow and dumb.
Correct.
And the second 30 is actually pretty decent.
Pretty good.
And the last 30 is terrible.
Last 30 blows it over
Because
out of the
they
water.
just have all these fucking albino monsters all over.
And there is a sequel.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I might now watch that one.
I'm not a completist of that in that sense.
When it came out in the UK, I'm pretty sure that's the ending that's on Plex, where she crawls out and then whatever, and then she wakes back up in the cave.
She runs to the car,
I think
drives
this
off.
is my first time seeing the UK version.
Yeah, so
Oh,
the US version.
tell me more, because
The US version ends when she gets out of the cave. Like, she's out.
She gets air and it's over.
She comes out and Juno's in the passenger seat or whatever.
Wait.
It's that shocking, like she sees
the
Juno
dead
in
body
the car, and then she
in the car.
wakes back, and then she kind of realizes that it's a dream, but she's not back in the cave.
Yeah, she's she's out of the cave.
Right.
So that's the American version. I guess they tested the UK version in
The
US,
UK version is the
realized-
one where she runs to the car. And
All
then-
that still happens. Yeah, it's just that
everything.
when she wakes up, she's in the cave with the birthday
daughter,
cake, but it's
the
actually
daughter.
just the torch, and
Yeah.
she's just in,
And then it zooms
she's
out.
just
and
crazy.
You see all the creatures around her kind of close.
So you're the deduction is that she's about to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She doesn't make it out.
But there's a second one.
right. So in the American version, they don't show that last scene where she's back in the cave, essentially.
So they make her live because they don't
Yes.
allow that to be real.
So is that what the second one starts with? Her alive?
Yeah, her essentially crawling out of the cave.
Does she
and then
descend
running
again?
and- I don't remember. I think she does. I think she goes back
Classic.
with people
It can't
to
be
try
good.
and
Can it?
kill these people. I don't know. It's on the Plex. I can't remember. I think I've
Have you
watched that.
seen
On,
it?
yes,
If you're
I've
going
seen
back
it.
down after all that shit, after
4 years later.
coming out the way she did, you better bring
Right.
the force of the fucking
What?
U.S.
Just blow
Army.
the caves up.
Yeah.
What are we wasting
Yeah,
our
we're
time
throwing-
Or just move. You don't have to go back there. No
Right.
one's telling you to go back.
Exactly.
Let
You
the
should
sheriff in town know, hey, there's these
C4 the shit out of
creatures.
that thing
Right.
and be like, dude,
And then just
bring
bounce.
this cave down on everybody
It's
and
like
let it
it's the
happen.
one we did last time. Don't speak. Right? Where they went
Don't breathe?
Don't breathe.
Yeah.
you
with the
know
house
just what
too,
you're
right.
thinking.
I like that one too.
When they go to the guy's house and then he
Gave
just
that to
acts
you,
up
you
a movie.
ignored
Yeah.
it. So you notice what you're thinking.
You notice what
I
you're-
notice what you're thinking. Don't speak.
Don't
Oh.
speak. I heard
Gotcha.
it. I just
Thanks.
ran over.
No
it.
doubt. No doubt I got you.
No doubt. You give me, man.
There's no doubt I understand you.
I do like the last trivia thing on the Descent. It says the movie set the world record for the most Descent monsters in one movie at 253 Descent monsters. Someone just made up a joke. It clearly wasn't. You guys didn't think it was as funny as I did when I read it.
I don't get it. Sorry, I hate when jokes have to be explained to me like Brady's.
We're gonna be here all night if we have to explain every joke.
So the joke is that
Somebody.
There's
The
a
whole
lot of-
line is the joke.
there's a lot of monsters.
Yeah, yes. And
somebody
they're not
just-
called Descent monsters, and there's no other movie that has Descent monsters.
Aren't
They're
there?
just-
There's a Descent too. There's monsters in
Yeah.
that.
I would argue there's multiple because we're about to talk about one.
All right, never mind. Never mind. Had
that-
33 thumbs downs.
How about the blood?
Add
the blood
three more to
pool?
that.
The blood pool scene, was that good or no?
What,
it
so
was
that
fine.
in order to enable her to be covered in blood,
Yeah.
Shauna
Shauna
McDonald.
Was she gonna hide from the monsters now that she's covered in blood? Like
I don't know.
Predator?
It can't see me.
Guys, there's
She's
just
on the rock, and the creature's just standing on her head.
Yeah,
and
doesn't it feel like her hair and think
well,
that
you know,
that's
he
a-
probably just assumed it was a dead body that
dead
they
body.
already killed.
yeah.
it just. I feel like I said earlier, there's a reason no one in this movie is in anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying it, but that's how horror movies go. Like,
No,
it's not about the
there's usually
acting.
somebody.
But it's also a
It's
UK
not about the
horror
acting.
movie. It's not
Yeah.
an American horror movie.
And they made the sequel for a reason. It was popular.
I just think there's something to
It's
that.
just that you're not the audience.
No, clearly not.
How about for the second one? How about for As Above, So Below? This is my first time. You said you remember the poster
poster.
for it. I don't know that I remember.
when I
remember
saw the
hearing
poster,
about
I was
it or
like, I
anything.
remember this poster thinking it looked kind of cool.
I think I was just very deep into child rearing. And
Do you want my opinion first, or do you want it last?
I'll give my opinion.
Go for it.
This movie sucked. the first person view on the camera took me out of it
Well,
completely.
that's the thing.
Well, that's the whole
If you
thing.
don't
It's found
like
footage.
the found footage
Yeah.
movies, you're not going to get into it
I
at
was
all.
I was out of it. I was like, this is dumb. I don't.
Like,
there's-
so right out of the gate, because that's obviously pretty.
the whole thing. I was just like, no, this isn't going to be for me, and did not care for it. Didn't feel like the suspense or the fear was there. Like, yeah, they had a bunch of people like passing through in the background, and oh, I'm looking here, but then you had like when they're running through the tunnels and it's like Benji's like filming them as they're running. Well, you're not filming as you're running. Just keep running.
I put pin cams in your lights.
To be clear, please call him Token.
Did you recognize the actor?
It's our boy's bro.
Yes, Aldous Hodges' brother, Edwin.
Yeah, Edwin Hodges.
Oh, there it is. That
Also
makes sense.
seen back in
where do we know him from?
Die Hard 3 when he's really young, when they're both the kids that get stuck in the building.
In the schoolroom?
In the schoolroom.
Yeah.
They don't evacuate.
Yeah, but we know him from something else.
Yeah,
too,
he's
don't
in a couple other things too.
I'm lazy here.
The Tomorrow War?
That might
I mean, we would have saw that, but that's not where we should
FBI
know
Most
from.
Wanted? I don't know.
Probably.
He was in Winning Time, I guess.
Okay.
The Rise of... Did you watch all that?
On the HBO?
Yeah.
Who would he play?
Ron Boone?
No.
Doesn't sound familiar. It might have been Winning Time, or it might have been the Tomorrow War.
I think it's something else. I'd have to dig, but...
Dig through his IMDb.
Tom, who picked this movie?
I picked this.
This was Tom, because I had never seen it. Like I
Yeah.
said, I don't even know that I knew it existed. When I looked it up, I shouldn't have done this because I saw that it had a low Rotten Tomatoes score, and I was like, oh, this is not going to be good. But I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I went in
But
with
again-
really low expectations. I liked
And you
it.
like The Descent.
And
it's
I love The
very
Descent,
similar. There's a lot of the same tropes.
And
too,
again,
right?
I would
Like,
never go in when he was like, "I'm not going in with you guys." I'm
Yeah.
like, "That's the right call." I'm like, I know he's going to end up in. I know he's going to end up in the
Yeah.
what do you call it? The catacombs.
Just relax, Rowan Gardner.
It does kind of look like Rowan Gardner.
Yeah.
But no, we've seen him in other things. He's
American
in
Pie?
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
For sure.
Isn't he
what I
American
remember.
Pie?
I don't think he
No,
is.
I don't think
No,
he's
that's
American
not
Pie.
the same guy.
Am I thinking of the wrong guy?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
thinking of Rowan Gardner?
You're thinking of Rowan Gardner. Which is really my friend Chris Viso looks like that guy.
Yo, totally.
He was in the Friday the 13th remake that we did last
I
year.
love that you think that's the play.
Oh, he's in Cloverfield?
I love that you're like, I bet Brady thinks it's from Friday the 13th remake.
Well, we
you
did
did
watch
watch
it. I
it.
know you've seen it, so...
But yeah, you've seen him in stuff.
My shit's froze. Guys,
I kind of liked the actress. I don't know.
kinda. Think I'm in love.
So there wasn't wait, Brady, did you like The Descent less? You hated The Descent more, or this?
Oh, I think I said I thought the Descent was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Guys, I thought this movie was really good.
You liked it?
I really liked it.
Oh, I was not.
All
I was
right.
not expecting that.
What's not to like? It's National Treasure underground in fucking
Oh,
Paris.
wow.
Yes.
It's pretty great.
I am shocked left and right here.
Wow.
I like this. I like.
I
this.
was I had my phone out ready to be multitasking. I put my phone down. I was excited.
right.
This movie is really enjoyable.
All right. I'm glad to hear
I can't
that.
tell if you're being serious.
100% serious.
Did you? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So you like Perdita Weeks, which I don't remember
Big.
seeing it or anything else.
No, I just was like, why exactly
But there
my
was
question.
an allure.
Why isn't she in more? She's extremely
She
attractive.
was in Ready Player One, which
Oh,
I
was
enjoyed.
she?
I never saw.
Ready Player One is... I liked it. I mean, it's not...
Oh, you should
The
read
book is better.
The book is way
No,
better.
I made
the book
Colin
is-
read it. Yeah,
I've read that
It's
book.
good.
I'll tell you what, her known for is not going to get me. It's As Above, So Below, Ready Player One, Hamlet, and Spice World. That's your head wrong tracks for me.
She was in the Fountain of Youth movie.
Yeah, I did not see that.
No? It's
Um,
basically National Treasure with John Krasinski.
I'm just
Right?
Oh yeah. I did watch that.
Yeah, I watched it too.
It's
I
yeah.
gotta
it's
watch it. I haven't seen it. No.
oh, and
bargain version of National
isn't it
Treasure.
Isa Gonzalez, isn't that your
Isa?
Lisa. You
Lisa.
say that wrong every time we're around.
I don't know. It's Eiza.
Right.
Isa.
Why do you skip the E? You say Isa. You skip the E every
Why do
time.
you skip the I?
We don't.
You say Isa.
Guys.
We're all in agreement.
Guys,
She's gorgeous.
This movie. Sorry, Jelani, I'm baffled that you don't like it.
Well, he was immediately taken out by the first person view, so that's not
which
gonna
is
help.
fair. Look, I didn't love the rockiness of the beginning. I'll say the first 10 minutes are probably maybe some of my least favorite parts of the movie, but in general, it's I think it's like a National Treasure horror movie, and like to me, there's what's to argue with there. We like this aspect of movies. We like the mystery. We like the chasing this bullshit down, and on top of it,
you learn everything I learned everything about the Philosopher's Stone from Harry Potter movies.
Right.
Nicholas Flamel.
Nicholas Flamel. I was like, wait, are we just doing Harry Potter?
I didn't know that it,
There were less wizards
healed.
in this one, though.
I didn't know that it healed wounds immediately.
Right. She all of
Only
a sudden
sometimes.
became a healer.
What I didn't know
Sometimes.
is that and speaking of the subtext, right? Like what I didn't know enough of or at all of is the levels of Dante's Inferno and all like as they're going down, there's a lot of correlation on every floor or level they're going to that correlates to all of that. That to me was completely off my radar. That didn't stop my enjoyment of it. I think there's some absurdness to this, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
But to me, it's actually really fucking pretty entertaining. I was wholeheartedly, I was going to watch 45 minutes last night, go to bed, and I was going to watch the last 40 minutes on the train this morning and just cross this off the list. And I watched all of it last night and then was looking it up today on the train. I was like, I thought it was really good. I think this movie's good.
Nice. Well, I'm glad
People should watch it.
It was
I grabbed
absolutely the right call to
I think
to
it
pair
went well
them together.
with the Descent.
Yeah, it definitely
different,
paired.
different enough, but the same.
Different enough, but they
Claustrophobia,
also had like
suspense.
the similar scenes of you get trapped, someone gets stuck, and then it's like just breathe, and I was like just breathe. And it's like, but you could see it. Like I imagine you would panic. You'd be like, I'm
Absolutely.
never getting out of here.
Natural.
I'm stuck here.
Yeah, he was having a full blown panic.
And you
attack
want to
on
say
those
like, yeah,
bones.
just keep moving, or just
No,
breathe
you'd
and
want to
calm
die.
down,
You'd
but
want to be like this. We're done.
I'm done.
This
Yeah,
shit-
yeah.
I live here now.
we're in a fucking parallel universe of the room we were in
We're back in it.
three,
Yeah.
So
10 minutes ago.
The similar elements that I mentioned that I captured were the cave-in, the rope burn hands,
Oh, you always have to
Yep,
burn your
for sure.
hands.
the compound fracture.
Yes.
Somebody's bone
breaks.
pops out, and
Yeah,
and then,
but the descent was way more gnarly in that regard.
and then the river of blood, or the pool of blood that they go into.
Yeah.
Like those, I was like, did you know all of these things were in it?
I
before
actually
you-
did not.
Okay.
I mean, I knew they were similar enough in the underground aspect and, the claustrophobia stuff, but I didn't realize it hit pretty much all those same tropes across both of them.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed at the end when they were at the manhole cover.
Yeah, that
and
was
like
cool.
the struggle to get it, and then like the way, and they used the camera getting tossed out first to like subvert the angle. I thought that was fucking perfect.
Yeah, it was good.
They nailed
They're in
that.
the upside down now.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
said.
right.
I think they're
I'd
in
say it too,
a
yeah.
different Paris now. They're not
Yeah,
in
absolutely. They're
same
not. They're in
Paris?
Paris Prime.
Yeah, because Colin watched he
So
sat
below
down
as
and watched
above.
a little bit of this with me, and that's what we said. We were like, because he loves Stranger Things, so I was like, they're like in the upside down. I thought the one part I didn't going into this. I didn't know that it was how much supernatural it was going to be, how much if there were creatures or not, and they had that woman that they kept seeing,
Yeah.
and that was just I think that was just kind of like more supposed to be a little bit of a jump scare thing, but didn't end up being such a
I was
big
going to
Yeah,
ask
she
you
was
that
in that
because she
room.
didn't have anything to do with anything.
So
She was those white witches in that room that were
Yeah.
chanting when they first
Yeah.
get down there. She was in there.
well, right, and then she was
I thought
outside
it'd be
the
a big-
club when he saw her
Right. Yeah,
first.
yeah. But outside of that, I don't.
So what I saw was, let me see if I can pull that one right. It's when, what's his name? Edwin? No.
Ben.
Benji.
Benji is the camera guy.
George Ben Feldman.
So no.
So-
Benji
no, yeah.
is the cameraman who gets killed by her.
Okay.
And the assumption was, I'm looking to confirm so I don't miss this.
Oh, were they white witches above, and then they
dark-
turned to the dark, like clacked,
Cloaked ones?
shadowy figures
Oh, maybe.
in the other side?
There's levels to this movie, Jerry.
Levels. Exactly. They're all Dante's. So, but it was something the assumption that I read was that it was connected to, that was his, I don't want to say hell, but like they all had their own correlation right down there.
Yeah, like the piano for
Phone.
Hers, no, I'm saying about her. Hers was her dad, right? She didn't answer. They all were carrying guilt about something, and the assumption was that he had, I can't remember what level it was with his. I apologize, I don't have the note in front of me. He had not, because she attacked him, and his hell or guilt was associated with likely either her and or someone like her. He betrayed, and so because he never rectified the situation, that was his guilt. That essentially was why he was killed by her. The same thing as the leader of the Papillon. Sorry for my bad French. Pop. The burn on his hands clearly came from a car fire that he didn't solve or didn't handle correctly, and instead of rectifying the situation, he persisted on acting like he had nothing to do with it, and it swallowed him up. By the way, if a car swallows up a human and leaves his leg standing out, you're not pulling that guy out of the gun, right? Like,
he's done.
We can agree, like, that dude's locked in. If you witness that whole world fucking swallow itself, a burning car disappear into the ground with a person and his legs are up, he gone.
I do always marvel at. Go ahead.
Have you seen Papillon?
The movie?
Yeah. The 73 McQueen version?
Yeah.
Because there's also like a 2017 Charlie Hunnam version.
Oh, God. They tried to make him a thing, and Jelani kept chasing him.
I was going down the rabbit hole with him.
If Jelani saw a movie with Charlie Hunnam and Jai Courtney, I think he'd go from 6 to midnight.
Jai Courtney is not good.
Who is Charlie Hunnam?
Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim.
Triple Frontier.
The Gentleman.
Yeah, I got you.
Like Excalibur.
He's just another guy.
One of those, like,
he's got some
Knights of the
night movie.
He's just another guy.
Yeah.
But
he was good in Sons of Anarchy.
But that was the whole thing, right? With Benji, what I was reading, like, based on the level they were at, which I apologize for not having it, but the likelihood was that was his guilt, his crime, his what he was not rectifying. And he kept seeing her. You know, he was the one with the camera that kept seeing her everywhere he went. So, like, that was his pull. Like, the guy inside the car, the burning car, Papillon.
Papillon.
I'm struggling.
Throwing an extra L in there.
Say it again.
Papillon. Papillon.
And then Pavilion goes into the pavilion.
That's so bad. That was the dude who was underground initially, who told our leading lady and Benji to go find him.
Yeah.
He said, go find Papillon.
God. Go find Poppy?
Damn it. Go find the pavilion inside the nightclub. And that was him. That was the guy that was inside the car on fire. So, like, and they turned around, he was gone, right? Like, this whole thing.
How'd the mole, La Taupe, how did he survive so long?
So, I could give you the
I feel like he wasn't real.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not the explanation I saw.
Like he was a ghost, or
what do you raise your hand, Jelani?
No, I was just gonna say he's a mole. He figured it out. Lives down there now.
Or is he something with Dante's
so
Inferno?
La Taupe, the mole, who's believed to be dead for 2 years. The assumption is that La Taupe is actually stuck in limbo. And that is proven by La Taupe's inhuman speed to move through the corridors, which he was moving obviously pretty quick. Also later on, when the group goes underwater and emerges, they're soaking wet. La Taupe is sitting there completely dry.
I know.
In Dante's Inferno, the first circle of hell is limbo, and limbo is where souls go when they've done no evil, but haven't done enough good to get into heaven.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's the right call.
There was an argument, if that's what I was saying, as I was reading these notes.
Purgatory.
There is this ridiculous correlation to needing to know what the levels of Dante Inferno are and watching this and keeping track of that. Like, it's nonstop. Like, everything I saw, it's like, oh, dude, this shit's explained. Like, you have a question? It's probably explained by the fact of what level they were on, if you're following them each time they go into a new one, and where Dante's Inferno is. Like, it's all correlated.
Brady's going to read Dante's Inferno,
right.
I think.
As you're saying all this, all I can picture is Brad Pitt sitting in the car waiting for the Cliff Notes versions of all the stuff in 7. Like, that's what I need. I'm like, give me the Cliff Notes for Dante's Inferno.
I'm sure there's a YouTube video that correlates Dante's Inferno to this movie. That you could probably someone's already done the work.
Oh, for sure, someone's done the work. But, like, I'll give you an example, right? Like, the guy in the burning car was found in the 9th floor down. In Dante's Inferno, the 9th circle of hell is called treachery. Pavilion betrays betrays the man and himself by believing he had no part in the man's death. Oddly enough, Papillion is punished exactly how Virgil describes in the eighth circle of hell called fraud. He states, out of the mouth of each one there protruded the feet of the transgressor, and the legs up to the calf, the rest within remained. It's all correlated.
I'm just surprised that, like I said, the Rotten Tomato score is so low for this.
Yeah, they're all wrong.
Yeah.
I honestly, now that you're explaining it,
perfect,
I
but-
would much rather probably go back and watch this with like the Dante's Inferno alongside.
Again, I didn't
make
know
a
this.
lot
This is
more
all
sense.
after the fact, but it's like reading this to me justifies. I thought it was entertaining anyway, but like I think there's this massive correlation to all of this. I think this movie's fucking really
Brilliant.
good.
He wants to say brilliant. That's the word he
You know what? You want to know the word that almost came out of my mouth?
What?
It's fucking elite, bro.
29% Rotten Tomato score,
The
42% popcorn
travesty.
meter. Yeah, both really low. I'm surprised at the popcorn meter more than the critics. Or actually the critics too, because I would think critics would be like, "Wow, it's got
They
levels."
don't like found footage movies.
Yeah, that probably is what it
They
is.
were
Probably.
with me. They took them out.
Yeah.
You just show me this movie without the found footage aspect of
You
it.
guys
seen a lot?
I'll give you one little synopsis paragraph that I saw because this is the rest of it. Jelani, I think you're teetering towards a rewatch. In Dante's Inferno, there are 9 circles of hell known as limbo, lust, gluttony, greed. You're Brad Pitt in it here. Anger, heresy, violence, fraud, and treachery. As in the movie, there are 9 floors which correspond to hell. La Taupe is found on the first floor, limbo, wandering around the dark forever. Second floor, lust. There is the deafening sound of a vortex. The sound is described as in Dante's Inferno. There's actually a whole section talking about the sound. Fourth floor, greed. Treasure is found but cannot be obtained. Seventh floor, violence. Susie is killed violently and Scarlet finds her dead father hanging. Eighth floor, fraud. Benji is killed. That was the whole tied to the woman. There's a fraudulent aspect to that thing. Maybe not fully explained, which I would argue is a fair complaint.
Yeah.
Ninth floor, treachery, contains Satan on a throne. There's a whole
The guy sitting in the
corollary
chair.
to the whole movie. Like, to your point, like watching this and knowing that stuff, I sure as shit didn't.
Yeah.
And I still found it entertaining, but I think that probably adds an element to this where you could really dive in and appreciate more of it.
She never got to use her Krav Maga skills. I was very disappointed.
She's gorgeous. I just like for someone I know there are a dime a dozen, right? Like these girls, but like to star in a movie,
What?
to star in a movie. This goes back, like I said, no one came out of the Descent, right? Like these are all someone had to be. Tell me, how many horror movies you watched? Someone came out of that movie and ended up being in multiple movies.
I mean, there's a fair amount. A lot of people start in horror
Right.
because they're cheap. And
They're right.
easy to make
They're
and easy to.
you don't
get
need.
cast
They're not
in.
going to cast a massive star. Maybe you
Right.
get some right. Like
Yeah.
you can get occasionally where they'll put someone in. We've watched plenty of movies that have starred the Conjuring cast or Ethan Hawke or whoever. Like, but plenty starred nobody. But someone's usually reasonably good and eventually gets into this other stuff. And they're like, oh, you got your start in this horror movie.
Yeah.
The Descent? No.
No.
Hard no.
Somebody
Across the board.
somebody saw her and said, "Hey, do you want to go work in Hawaii for the next 12 years?" Because she's been on 96 episodes of Magnum PI.
Who's this?
Perdita Weeks.
I'm in. I'm watching. I'm watching
to
Magnum.
watch.
Hey, go spend the rest of your time in Hawaii.
Is that the main girl? And I remember when that show hit.
She's
and I was
Higgins.
like, that's a pretty attractive woman there.
Yeah.
Her and Jay Hernandez.
Yeah.
Jay Hernandez. That's right.
It's all checks out. She's still good looking. This is a decade later.
Jay Hernandez. Should we watch Hostel next week?
Swimming pool.
That's there's no swimming pool blood.
That's what I was going to ask. Oh, I did not like Hostel.
I just remember
He's
them,
in that though, right?
Yes,
he's-
yeah.
I just remember them cutting the Achilles, and I was like, I think I'm fucking.
Yeah,
Any
you guys.
horror movie
I don't
where
think
they
you guys
cut
were
the
like
Achilles
the
is-
torture movies are not really my
Torture
thing.
porn, as
there
they
was
dubbed it.
there was a bunch of them that came out.
Saw
Like,
and Hostel came out around the same time.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking Saw.
Saw I'm okay.
I think
with.
Hostel was the Achilles.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. There's probably multiple.
Sounds like they all
probably
blend
happen in
together.
both of them.
Yeah, Saw for some reason doesn't bother me as much because it was like quick deaths. Whereas
some of them.
Hostel was just like they
Right.
torture people and you pay more for Americans. I'm
Yeah.
like, nope, not for me. But yeah, what have you guys seen a lot of found footage movies?
I don't think so, but
I mean, the big one is obviously Blair Witch Project, which
Yeah.
I mean, arguably is one of the most influential horror movies of all time. I
Yeah.
would say so because it spawned every movie after that.
Yeah, there are-
anything that's found footage, and there's a lot of them.
There are found footage movies before Blair Witch.
Yeah? Like
Cannibal
what?
Holocaust.
I don't know.
You've
if
seen that,
It's
yeah.
a horror,
Yeah, it's
obviously.
Martin's like,
it's brutal too.
You just made that up on the spot.
A guy goes to like document this cannibalistic tribe on an island or something, and then they find his footage when he doesn't return. And
1980.
shows all the stuff that happened to him while he was out there. The director got in trouble because he had to prove that the actors didn't die and that it wasn't real footage. Because some countries thought that he really just shot people being killed and murdered by these cannibals.
Well, this one seems like an interesting watch. Ruggero Deodato. So it's what Italian or?
Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah,
But yeah,
so
I think it's on
did you like it?
Netflix. I watched it once, and I don't know that I ever need to watch it again.
Okay.
Like one of those. But that I think was one of the first. Then Blair Witch, obviously in the 90s,
Yeah.
blew that up, and then Paranormal Activity, I think, was probably the big one after
Yeah,
that.
and they made a ton of those too.
Yeah,
right?
there's like
Paranormals. That was like that was like a craze, right? If I remember correctly.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Aren't
would
there,
come
like,
out every
5 of them?
year. At least 5. There might be like 6 or 7.
Yeah. And those were always supposed to be like the nanny cam or whatever in like the room.
Security
and then,
cameras in the house, and I mean the guy who directed it rented a house for a month and just set up all these cameras and filmed this movie, and it's just like Blair Witch that cost $60,000 and grossed hundreds of millions.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I would argue that The Office maybe.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
show The Office
to a degree.
It's
But
not
that's
found
more-
footage, but it's like
Right.
this whole mock.
Yeah,
Well,
a
mockumentary.
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 You're trying too hard.
I'm trying too hard. You're right. Never mind, because it was done in Comedy Web way before.
Let them live.
like Project X. I mean, I know it's not horror, but
Yeah. That was a little bit better though.
But you're right. According
Chronicle.
to Wikipedia,
That's what I was
Was
thinking
that-
actually.
found footage.
Yeah, that's another one where it's filmed through or it's seen through like the
Yeah.
camera
Yeah.
lens because
Is
the
that-
kid's always filming.
Is that the time travel one?
No, it's
That's-
Cloverfield?
superheroes.
Cloverfield was, yes.
Yeah.
That's still
There's
room.
another.
Matt Reeves, Cloverfield.
Oh, Almanac, I think, is the one I'm thinking of.
I don't know that one.
It's like, I think it's like found footage, and the kid discovers his dad's like time machine or something underneath the
I definitely.
floorboards
I
after
don't
he
know if it's
dies.
like the whole movie, right? But like, yeah, I would say Cloverfield to me jumps out as one of the ones that I've
Yeah.
seen and liked, and with stays in my brain, I guess.
Yeah. And I know we kind of talked about it last week. I'm not sure if it was on the podcast or before or after. Quarantine.
Yeah.
Rec.
Yep.
Rec's the original Spanish version. They remade it for.
We're calling
the
that.
US.
So that's for record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but they get trapped in an apartment building when some virus gets out or something, so nobody can come or go.
They got
and
quarantined in the building.
yes.
I feel like I watched a show about this.
It was pretty good.
I feel like I lived
Yeah.
this.
And the U.S. remake is almost like shot for shot. It's like
That's the only
same
one I
thing.
saw.
And what's it
Quarantine,
called?
Not
Quarantine?
Not Rec.
Clever.
There's a Rec 2 as well.
Oh, I think there's a Rec 3 and 4.
Called COVID
And
2020.
VHS and VHS 2.
I'm not a big fan of the VHS movies.
I haven't seen those.
They're like anthologies where a different director does like a short like horror thing, and there's
I
like
kind
3
of
or
like
4
horror
of them.
anthologies.
Yeah, I mean,
Creep
I like
shows,
some.
baby.
Creep Show. I liked. Have you seen Trick or Treat?
Yeah, I like
Trick or
Trick or
Treat's
Treat.
good.
It's
I
going
just
back
didn't
to the
like
theaters because it was. I think it's like 20 years old or
Yeah.
something like that.
Twilight Zone,
Sounds
the
right.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twilight Zone the movie is a good one.
I feel like there's just a show about this, but fuck, I don't remember.
Trick or Treat. Oh no, it was 2007. I don't know why it's back in theaters right now, but they're doing a. I just saw a preview for it when I went to
it's
see a movie
Halloween.
recently.
Right.
Yeah, I guess, but
'Tis the season, Martin.
Sure. I thought they would do it in like the 20 year or something, but
Surprised you didn't know that.
Tom, I think you did an excellent job. We'll see how we do next week for these guys. We got one on each. No, because you didn't really love The Descent. Jelani, you didn't really love The Descent either.
No, I didn't know The Descent sucked.
Yeah, you guys both hate it. So we
I'm
only
actually
got
surprised.
one.
I thought
one
it would
like
be the other way around. I thought you'd like The Descent more than.
that's what I thought too.
Which surprises me because one's worse than the other.
Clearly.
Opinions are like Brady.
But
Yeah, right.
everybody has one?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised. To me, it's so obvious, which that's what always blows my mind.
Yeah.
We all like mysteries. We all like National Treasure. It's literally the same fucking movie. They're looking on the back of documents and shit in the museum.
But yeah,
Lemon juice on there.
Yeah.
And lighting
Lighting
it
it
on
on
fire.
Lime, but no big deal.
that's what I was going to ask.
Wouldn't have
you
got the
guys.
same effect if you put lemon juice.
So would you guys like?
Break into a museum and burn something?
No, you asked
Fucking
earlier. You said
go.
early on that you have claustrophobia. I don't have claustrophobia, but like I said, definitely would never go in a cave. Would you guys ever do anything like this?
I was in a cave of
Like that
sorts
13
just not that
vibes
long
or
ago,
whatever.
but not like where you're crawling through a tunnel that is essentially. To me, this seems like suicide at all times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Why would you? Why
No,
would
not
I?
this kind of cave. Like, yeah, if I'm just walking through like a touristy cave,
Right,
or
If there's like
whatever,
handrails
like,
built into
yeah,
it, I'm like,
stairs.
okay. There's
I'm saying, but
definitely
yeah,
some
they
people
show
here.
these gaps where it's like that looks like a 3/4 of my body size. Like,
Right.
all right, we're gonna go
Yeah.
through and see,
Let's discover this system.
and there's something on the other side. It's like, why would you assume there is? Like, why wouldn't you assume it gets smaller?
Yeah.
But they go and they make it, and then one person decides to, fart, and then they're too gassy.
Well, that was the other thing about both these movies. Like they both, the first one, everyone is they're mad at Juno, but they're not as mad as I would be at Juno
For leaving
lying to them and
Yeah.
leaving the map because there actually was no map, so it didn't even matter that she left it because just lying to them.
They let
And then-
Juno led them on a path to a cave, lied about where they were, so
Yeah.
there's no possible help.
Right.
And also knowingly slept with one of their.
Right. They're all just like,
Exes.
just get us out of here and all's forgiven.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. And then as above, so below, as soon as like they realize that there's a supernatural element and they're in hell or whatever, there's weird shit going on where all of a sudden they're at a different level, but it looks the same. And they're all just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, we just discovered that, hell exists.
I don't know if they're all like.
I don't know.
cool.
It's just like they just kind of move on with it, and which is fine. It's the movie. I mean, I'm not.
You gotta
I'm not
keep going.
complaining. Yeah, you gotta just keep going.
Well, so there was one argument I saw that said when they first went through, right, and Benji kind of got paranoid because he was stuck.
Yeah.
He's on the bones. When they got through that and they were back to the point where they were like, there's the entry. This is where we come. How do we go in a circle? We went a straight line.
Yeah.
That was actually the entry to hell.
Oh, so they hadn't gone in yet.
There's an argument that
They
like,
were in limbo.
Oh,
that
right,
took
right.
them into limbo because
yeah.
they literally had gotten back to this entry point.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
essentially this inverse,
They're in purgatory. Yeah.
and it didn't make sense why that would have happened. And it's hard to argue against.
Yeah. I like it.
We've been told for years now, guys, don't go in caves. Both of these movies, 13 Lives, Aladdin.
They
Just
didn't really
stay
go
away
in
from
caves in the second one. There's catacombs. If we're nitpicking, I'm just saying. I would argue. You just said, I think if I got you right, you'd be more willing to go on like a touristy, like I'll walk into caves if we're just like following a path. That's kind of what they did in the catacombs. They're all walk. There was one particular time, right, where they went through that. That should probably be a red flag. If you go through bones.
Yeah, that's not part of
that
the
and
path.
the entrance. Like when they had to go into the tunnel and they got tackled by the police and they had
Yeah.
to crawl through. Like I'm not crawling through anything.
Yeah, no,
I mean, it's
fair.
basically like the Chicago Pedway. I've been there, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, I mean,
What's the one movie we saw where the thing was underneath Seattle?
Dark Knight. Oh
Or are you
The-
talking about?
no, you're talking about that one murder.
Us.
No, not
Us
us.
has the
We watched it
tunnels,
where
too.
they went down and
Ghostbusters 2?
No, the
what
woman
fuck
was
movie
the
of blood?
curator.
Come on, you got
She
this.
was the curator, and she
Malignant.
yes.
Malignant.
Oh,
It's
they-
funny because there's no word I could come up with that would be right. But
Yeah,
I would assume that
she was the curator of the tour underneath Seattle, and then
That's
she
right.
was
Yeah, her
living in the
sister
attic.
was the
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
strung up like a moth or some shit.
That's a good movie.
Totally.
You guys did not like it.
Isn't that the one where I thought that she
That's where her head is growing out of the fucking back of her head.
Cut
that
out.
she
the
like killed the
cancer.
woman and then took over her job doing the
So many red flags.
As always, you don't have to go cave diving to discover any new podcast to subscribe to. You can just subscribe to our Film Fathers. Thanks.